Hello from Myrtle Beach. On this beautiful fall day, we are going to take you on a walk right next to the boardwalk and the main strip and show you the beach, everything on the beach, and just enjoy this beautiful day and the sound of the ocean. Hi, I'm Carmen, and if you're new here and you enjoy Myrtle Beach videos, you are in the right place. Welcome. And if you're a return viewer, thanks so much for watching and welcome back. Glad to have you. So you can see the weather is amazing today. And you know, those of you who know we moved here recently, this is why you live here. It's days like this. Where we used to live, it wasn't a huge climate difference than this. Those of you who don't know, we came from North Carolina, but it's enough. The fall is different here. It's a lot nicer. It's funny, you're going to see some people that have a lot of clothes on. Some people, I actually saw some people swimming a minute ago. It's not quite swimming weather for me. There's a little bit of a breeze, but it's in the 70s. It's sunny. It's beautiful. I mean, it is just gorgeous. And look at that smooth water. It is so smooth like glass. Just gorgeous. And the Skywheel is going. And so here's an advantage of the off season. You can see it right here. This normally would just be wall-to-wall people because this is right around lunchtime. And so during the summer, this literally would be packed. It would be completely packed. And so this gives you an idea of the advantage of planning your trip in the off season if you're able to do it. There's pros and cons to that. Some things do close for the season, although it's really fewer and fewer things that are closing for the season these days. For example, Family Kingdom does close for the season. Most things stay open year-round though. The Skywheel is open year-round. Most things, if not everything, on the Boardwalk are open year-round. The Ripley's attractions are open year-round. So there is a ton to do in the off season. You just don't have all the crowds, which is really nice. You don't have the long waits to eat. You know, it depends on where you go and when you go, of course. You can still run into a wait, but not like summer. It's just a completely different chill feeling. It's really relaxing. So we get a little closer to a hotel. So right now we're at the boardwalk proper, as you can see. Like there's Ripley's there in the background. Ripley's, believe it or not. Once we get up here to the hotels, you'll see more people, but it's still, again, not like a summer crowd midday. It's just gorgeous. So when's your favorite time of the year to come to Myrtle Beach? Our favorite time, even when we did not live here, was always the fall. It's always been our favorite time. You do run a higher risk of hurricanes in the fall. It's a known risk, especially September. But, you know, there's pros and cons to everything. And the weather typically in the fall is beautiful, and you have lower crowds and still have the warm ocean water if you're, like I said, someone with a hardy constitution that can handle the outside temperature. I need above 80 to swim. Now I am wearing a sleeveless shirt and shorts, so it's plenty warm for that, for walking in the sun. But with this breeze, I would not want to be wet. I'll tell you that. But that's just me. Some people can take a lot colder temperatures than I can. I've seen our friends from way up north, and especially from Canada, that would think this is a great day for swimming. Because the water is actually still warm. The ocean water takes a long time to cool down. That we get that warm Gulf Stream water. And it's really, I would say late October to early November is when the ocean water temperature starts getting chilly, or for most people, too chilly, and definitely the outside temperature. We just put a video out about the Skywheel. We did a full ride, showed you everything, showed you how long it takes, the whole works. So if you want to see that, I'll link that in the description below. And also, since we're talking about seasons and weather, we do have a playlist in the description below. It's there all the time, that gives you all the weather for all the 4 seasons. And we also talk about what festivals are in those seasons, what else is going on at Myrtle Beach, other things to keep in mind. So if you're trying to decide which season to plan your trip, all of those are definitely good to check out. Help you make your decision, make a good decision about when to book your next Myrtle Beach vacation, what time of the year. People ask me about when's the cheapest. There's no good cheap time anymore. The summer's peak. Memorial Day through about mid-August is peak. You're also going to see a spike around spring break. And spring break typically is the week before Easter and the week after Easter. And I'm just saying that's the majority. There's other people who are going to have spring breaks at other times. Colleges have spring breaks at other times. College spring break tends to be earlier, like in March. So it's going to vary, but I'm talking about the peak crowds are going to be week before Easter, week after Easter, and therefore peak prices. The prices go with the crowds. So winter is going to be the cheapest, but don't think that's going to be cheap. You're still going to pay. If you're going to stay in an oceanfront nice resort, you're still going to pay. It's just going to be less than what you pay in the summer. The winter here is nice. We have a couple of videos on that. I mentioned one that's in that playlist, but we also have one on why visit Myrtle Beach in the winter. And I'll try to remember to link that in the description below, but if I don't, you can always go to our channel page and search and you can find it. And we cover all the reasons we think you should visit Myrtle Beach in the winter, and also things to be aware of. Oh look, there's a whole intact shell. I've seen quite a few shells today. Oh, and there's a good part of a whelk shell. If you go to Huntington Beach State Park, we have a video on that too on our channel. They do have a lot of whelk shells that wash up there. You're not guaranteed to see them, but that's where we have found our best ones. They're small, but they are intact usually. So that's a really good spot if you're looking. If you want to go shelling, that's our #1 recommendation. Oh, here's part of a sea urchin or anemone. Leave me a comment and let me know if you know what that is. But, I mentioned I'm sleeveless. I'm actually getting warm now. Oh, there goes the Skywheel again. And I'm actually getting warm. So I've been walking for a bit now. I walked a bit before I even started this video. So I'm definitely, with that sun, the side the sun's hitting, I am getting really warm now. When is your next trip to Myrtle Beach? Leave us a comment and let us know. And if you're enjoying this video, be sure to give it a like. We appreciate that. So up here is the 14th Avenue Pier, and there is a restaurant on that as well. That's the building that you see on top of the pier. Look at these beautiful waves. They're so calm today. It's just beautiful. It almost reminds me, those of you who know us for a long time know that we love cruising also. And this just actually reminds me of cruising, that look where you just look out to the horizon forever. It definitely reminds me of that. So now, as I mentioned, as soon as you get to hotels, you start seeing a few more people. Still not crowded. And once we go past Pier 14, you'll see more people. I love walking under the piers. There's something nostalgic about that for me. It brings me back to my childhood. We did come to Myrtle Beach when I was a small child, and I think it's something about that. I just love walking under the piers more than walking on them, which I guess is kind of strange. We don't typically go out on the piers. We do not fish. We have fished, but we don't fish regularly. And since we just moved here, we do not have ocean fishing gear. Our gear is lake fishing gear. And also, most of the piers charge to go out a fee, even just to walk, even if you're not fishing. And so we just typically don't walk out on them, except for the Myrtle Beach State Park Pier, because if you've already paid to get into the Myrtle Beach State Park, then you can actually walk on the pier for free. Now, you have to pay to get into the park, so it's not free, but you don't have to pay an additional fee unless you're fishing, and then you do. And so here we are walking under the 14th Avenue Pier. Love this. Hello, Mr. Pigeon. So cool. And that view right there, I love that view. What are your favorite things about coming to Myrtle Beach? Leave us a comment and let us know. Not just the main things like the beach, the restaurants, entertainment, but what are those little special moments for you or special memories that you have about Myrtle Beach? Let us know. And then I do have an important request. We've noticed with our videos, we try to cover Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, and we do. And by the way, we also post Instagram stories on our Instagram account daily almost, or at least every other day, with videos, and we don't always post those on YouTube. So definitely follow us over there too if you'd like to see more up-to-date, current, as it's happening type videos. But in any case, we would love new video ideas from you. Even though we get a lot of requests for videos that are not in Myrtle Beach proper, our Myrtle Beach videos get by far and away the most views. People seem to want to see Myrtle Beach based on the views, but we still try to be sure to incorporate the surrounding areas because we know some of you love either Murrells Inlet, Garden City, Surfside, North Myrtle Beach, and so we try to incorporate those, sprinkle those in as well. But what we're looking for right now is ideas of what you would like to see in Myrtle Beach proper. So if you're a fan of Myrtle Beach and there's something you want to see in Myrtle Beach, let us know. I will go ahead and mention that we do plan to do an aquarium tour of Ripley's aquarium soon. We've been getting requests for that, and so that is on the list. It's on the short list. We're hoping to do that very soon. In fact, it could come up before this video. If you don't know, you actually have to edit these videos. I can't just take it and throw it up. Well, I could, but you probably wouldn't enjoy it if I did that. And so it takes time. And sometimes I end up putting them out in a different order. So the Ripley's might actually come out before this, but in any case, that's coming, the Ripley's Aquarium. We will also probably eventually do some of the other Ripley's attractions. But if you have other Myrtle Beach, City of Myrtle Beach proper video ideas you'd like to see, definitely let us know. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure,